So chums, today we're at the schooner on the River Tyne. I fished here before. I've moved to a slightly different location, fishing on the corner today. Somebody off the channel suggested that the corner's better. So I'm basically on the corner here casting towards Friar's Goose, which I've fished a few videos back. I'm already getting bites on the left-hand rod there. Had a few good rattles. Today I'm using lugworm, squid, mackerel and crab. It's a very small tide. I'll put the tide size and times up on the screen for you because I can't remember, but it's a very small tide. It's only a 4 metre and I think it's a 2.2 metre low. We're fishing low water at the moment, just before low water. So I'm going to be fishing it an hour down and about 3 up, coinciding with darkness to see if it makes any difference. I know there has been the odd codling caught here, so that's what I'm hunting for. But I'm not going to lay out the crab baits until the flood. We're not going to get much tide at all. I've got 3-ounce leads on, and one's a gripper, one's a plain, and they're both staying in exactly the same place. The rattle I've just had was actually on the plain lead, which is moving a little bit. Very short snooze. I'll show you the rigs later. But yeah, I'll finish getting set up and let's see what we can get out. So I'm just going to show you the first rig I'm using today. This is a little rig I use when the tide's slack. It's very short, as you can see. So I'm using a ball lead. A foot above that, I've got a 12-foot snood with the bait stop and a floating bead onto a size 2. A foot above that, I have another 1-foot snood, float bead, just the same. Orno stops, really highly recommended. Get yourself some of these, brilliant. And size 2 hooks. Basically the idea behind this is there's no tide, so I want the fish to make contact with the weight, the lead, as quickly as possible. So with these shorter snoods it normally helps. Now to get more traction I should really be using a breakaway on here to pin it down so there's more resistance, but I'm trying to search out the fish, so I'm leaving that one on. It's a bespoke little rig. It's just something that I normally use for whiting. So we're going to see if we can target a few of them. I'll show the other rig to you as I get it in later on. Okay, so this is the second rig. Sorry, I forgot to mention the other rig's a 2-up rig, both hooks above the lead. This one's a 1-up, 1 down. I've got about a 1.5 to 2-foot snood, and I've got what I call me crab stoppers. So that's basically 4 floating beads on there to try and keep that bait up a little bit. Also adds a little bit of movement, which entices the fish. And about a 1.5 foot below that, do have the bottom hook there, exactly the same setup. Orno stops there on the top, and 4 floating beads. Lugworm and mackerel strip just a touch below. This one's down to the gripper lead. This is more of a tension rig. This is 1-up, 1 down, and I'm hoping that it helps us to avoid any crab activity that's down there. First cast, I don't seem to have had any, but we'll see what happens there. Just little lobs, about 40 yards. That's all I'm doing. There's no depth there really. Job's good. That's them out. Just a case of sitting and waiting now. See what happens. Swap these over. I'm fishing my usual. One rod's on mono, one's on braid. Why? Well, it's a good question. Reason being, I just couldn't be bothered to change me spool over to braid on both. Right, just see what happens there. It's quite dull, could be in for a shower. I brought my waterproof top just in case, but we'll have had a shower earlier, but it's still quite pleasant. It's super mild. It's nowhere near cold enough for the way I like it to fish the Tyne, but you just got to get what conditions you can get. I'm getting bites on the right hand one that's just gone straight out there. I don't know if you caught that on the camera. Definitely action. And I'm getting bites on the left hand one as well now. There's fish there, you know, it's probably whiting. but I'll be happy to take anything I can get a sizable fish on this session. I'll be over the moon. I'm still fishing the river marks because I'm still unwell with my shoulder. There's a nice better bite there. Look, they're white, aren't they? I've got an appointment for a scan in a week's time, so hopefully they'll be able to tell me what they can do for me to get some pain relief. Sorry to keep banging on about it, I don't mean to, just in case you're curious. But as I said earlier, welcome back to our channel. It is mine and it is yours. We're plodding along steadily. Still bites going there. We're over the 3,000 mark, and obviously by the time this video is out, I'll probably have done the draw. Maybe it'll be a week after this video. But it's just to show appreciation for actually wanting to watch what I do. It's not the most exciting channel out there. I don't go and hunt down big cod or big specimen fish, but I enjoy what I do. And if you enjoy it with me, that's even better. Fantastic. Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a whiting fest going on here. I'm going to guess it's pin whiting. I haven't put any crab out yet. It's just lugworm and mackerel strip. Yeah, definitely whiting those bites, aren't they? I'm hoping you're seeing that actually. I'm just going to pop that on. I think you can see it. I can zoom it in for you. We're getting bites on the left hand one mainly, which is 40 yards straight out from us, and the other rod is 40 yards to the right, kind of upriver or downriver. I think they're just pin whiting though. There's nothing sizable around at the minute. But if my last session was anything to go by, the larger whiting came on the flood when we had a little bit tide. It was a bigger tide though, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm on size 2 hooks. I don't really want to catch small fish anyway, but any action I get, I'll be appreciative of. And it feels like we could get a shower soon as well, so if it does, I'll have to stop filming for a little bit because I don't want to get the equipment wet. We'll see how these progress though, and I'll bring you back. Well, first fish of the session has fallen to the little snatching rig, and it is the culprit that we thought it was going to be. Nicely hooked through the lip, nice white in there, on the little snatchy rig as I call it. Let's have a look what size that is. Just be 1 second. There he is. I'm going to get him back. 29.5 centimetres for him. Not bad. Second cast in. Let's see what else we can get. Well, no sooner had I said, I hope you can hear us all between mics down here. No sooner had I said that it was okay, the weather. The winds picked up from the east, got a bit southeasterly in it, and the rain started, but it's still alright. It'll just pass. Main thing is we're off the mark. See what else we can get out there. I expect there'll be more action on the flood, to be quite honest. That wind's come from nowhere, like that'll start to see up a bit, I think, southeasterly. That's what it feels like. Anyway, I hope you've been out. I hope you've been catching fish yourselves. I do get a lot of people sending pictures of their catches and stuff through the Facebook page. If you're not aware of that, you can get us on Facebook on Northeast Angling UK. I get quite a lot of friend requests on my personal account, but I tend not to add people in my personal account. I hope that's understandable. It's because it's for my friends and family, you know. But by all means, get in touch with us on the Facebook page, Northeast Angling UK, and if you want to chat with us, you can send us messages and everything on there. Don't forget, I'm also on Instagram, Northeast Angling UK, and TikTok as well, which I often put a lot more little bits of content on there, but you probably don't see on YouTube, sorry. So it's worth a little look if it interests you, that is. As I always maintain, these sessions are about me going out and enjoying myself. Lately, I've been starting to feel like I have to go out and produce content, and I don't want it to be like that. I just want you to come along with us when I'm fishing or wherever I'm fishing, whether it be the sea, the river, fly fishing or anything. I'm not going to be cajoled into having to go and stand in the, you know, in gale force winds trying to get a cod out either. I've done all that in the past. I keep reiterating it on my channel. I've done it all in the past, and I don't mean to be arrogant or anything, but I have done it. I've been there, I've done well, but sometimes I just like a relaxing session, you know. It's just nice to just relax. Getting bites on the left hand one again. They're just waiting. But I'm hoping that on the flood we'll get a codling coming through, which is, it's possible. It's still early. I do promise you, as the year gets, as we get deeper into the winter, you will see some cod and some nicer fish out the river, especially haddock, etc. Going to be picking that up. The left hand one's going AKA, or Aka as we call it in Geordie land, which means Raj, which is another Geordie word which means crazy. I know a few people who are Raj. We'll let this one develop. I think we've got a fish on this one again, and awfully slack. Baits aren't lasting 2 minutes out here. That's the thing when there's a lot of whitening. I did get a big slack line. Yeah, that is a fish. That's a bit of weight there. I might have a double shot on. Or it could be crab and fish. That's just a crab. Let's just come off. Well, cracking bait for the crab, thank you very much. Oh, it would be too good to be true. Not on any crabs around. Right, so I'm back out. I'm trying to get my baits together and they're both going now. Right hand one's going as well. If it transpires that there's a lot of whiting and it's too fast and furious, I'll knock one of the rods on the head for a while. Concentrate on one, because the logistics of it, I'm not double patting 2 rods, so I'll be constantly baiting, casting, I won't have any time to talk to you, which would be quite rude of us, wouldn't it? And look up there, ladies and gentlefolk. There's a tiny bit of blue sky. I've not seen that for quite some time, actually. That's a spectacle to behold. Lovely jubbly. Oh, well, and on the pop-up rig, it's nothing special. In fact, it's super. There's my smallest white of the season for you. Hopefully the last. I'm going to let him keep that little bit of lugworm because I'm kind like that. Whoop, there he is. Little bleeders. Now getting bites again on the right hand rod. That's the one up, one down. That's got crab on that one now. Because, where are we at? We're almost coming to bottom water now. It's had a slack line on the left one as well, but there's nothing there. But it's got a plain lead on. I may change over to a grip lead on that one. Something very strange floating in the water down there. What the heck is that? I have no idea what that is, but it looks like a Greg's mince pie from the side. I don't think it's going to be a Greg's mince pie, but that's just my mind. Very strange. Or is it a crab? Oh, that was a good bite. Hope you caught that one. Vicious. There we go. And again. Vicious bites. That's why I love fishing light in the river. You're not going to catch any, you're very rarely going to get anything over £5 really, be honest. You're lucky if you get anything up to that. Yeah, it's a good rattle. Most of the codling in here when they're in around about the £2.5 mark, but you do get the odd one up to about £4 or £5. Still there. The mouth of the Tyne produces some good fish as well off the bottom end of the pier. You don't have to be on the end, the first gate. produces fish up to £10 and probably bigger. I've probably just not heard about them. It's good to get some action though. There's a plain lead on this one, and I've got a feeling I'm going to have to change it to a gripper just to hook up, because they're just robbing me bait, the little monkeys. The conditions have changed completely from what I told you about earlier. Nice ripple on the water now. There's a wind coming over, it's definitely southeasterly that. And it is cold. Oh, there we go again. Now this rod's on mono. So it was on the braid, the bites would be even bigger than that, so it may have hung itself, but I do have 2 hooks out there. If I do get any sizable whiting, they will be coming home because my neighbour wants some fish. I've got no qualms in killing sized fish if somebody's going to eat them. I do have qualms when people kill fish for nothing, because that's just absolutely pointless. I see quite a few pictures on social media where people have got lines and lines of cod and stuff. If they're eating them, that's great. That's what it's all about. You know, it's free food, but if it's just for the glory, it's not for me. I'll give this one a check. I'm constantly baiting up at the moment. My session will only probably last about 2.5 hours because I'm going through the bait with the 2 rods. On this one. Yeah, there's weight there. Yep, we're in. Hopefully a sizable one. It's giving it some. Good strap on these little rods. It's not a monster. I don't think it's sized, but no, it's not sized. Big bites though. Yeah, it's another little one. The bigger ones will come on the flood probably. It's a small one. At least I'm getting them through the mouth. They're not swallowing the bait. These are really like a shot. Lovely. A few rattles on this one. Left hand rod's gone again. Pretty much on bottom water now. This has been rattling away, but I think it's crabs. That one's rattling away alright though. As soon as I pick my rod up, look. I think we're into a fish again with chums, I think. Feels half decent this. If it is a fish, yep. Double shot on this one. Where's all the sized ones? That's what I want to know. That pop-up rig's working a treat though. Keeping the crabs off me bait. No big, as I say, but they will come. There. There's a couple there on the pop-up rig. Working a treat. Just, the fish aren't very big, that's all. I'm not complaining. A fish is a fish is a fish. If I'm out catching fish, I'm a happy chappy. So what I'm doing is I'm making little kind of squid and lug bombs. I mean, little tool, I'll try and show you it. But I'm basically putting some squid on the baiting tool and then laying the lugworm across it, wrapping, folding the lugworm back over, wrapping, making little solid bombs and tying them on. The reason I'm doing that is because the white can strip the hook quite easily. And what that does is it gives the bait a little bit more longevity, so the white will actually chew it and they'll take it because they get frustrated because it's not coming off. And you pretty much, by the time you've landed the fish, your bait's intact, you can put it back out again. It's pretty cool. Right, so basically what I'm doing with these baits, with these little squid bombs, is I'm getting a lugworm. Don't want something too big. Get a lugworm. I always nip the tails off the lugworm. And I'm going to thread the lugworm on. Rod's banging away there in the background. I'm going to thread it halfway on and then come out like that, so it's kind of hanging off like that. And I'm just going to get a bit of squid. I mean, it's quite simple, like, really. Lay the squid on the across it like that. Get the thread. Start binding that on till I get down to the half the squid that's hanging. Sorry, the lugworm. And then I'm just going to bring that up alongside it like that. Don't worry if it bursts, it doesn't really matter. And all we're going to do is wrap that, not too tight, just gently like that, onto there. Not too much. I'm not going to tie it off, I'm just going to break that off. So you end up with that little squid and lug bomb, and I just put that onto the hook. So the hook's there, put it onto the hook shank, onto the bob, sorry, over the gape, and then just fold it back up on itself, and then tie the thread around and secure it out. It's quite simple. I don't even have to show you. I know I'm probably preaching to convert it, but that, when you bait up like that for the whiting, I find that you get a more positive hook up because they really go for it, because it's not coming off fast enough for them, and your bait lasts longer, which is always good. Right. I hope you're hearing us okay, because my mic's inside me, so I'm going to get this one in. It's been rattling away. No doubt small pins again. Well, I'm bottom tied now. Yeah, fish on there again, I think. I say there's nothing big at the minute. The first fish that came out was almost sized, but yeah, these are just pins. Hopefully the flood will bring better things, because I don't want to just keep showing you these little whiting all the time, but that's what we're getting at the moment. But catching fish, happy days. Getting rattles again, me chums, on this left one. I mean, I don't have to tell you what they are. The whiting are obviously in force at the minute. Yeah, it's going there. Just like to say a big thank you to Jamie. It was Jamie who's a local fisherman down here. He was telling us that he prefers this corner, so that's why I'm trying it today. Normally I would fish further up. I do like the spot right at the end, and I like the spot by the tree, but trying this bit today, there has been fish there. And you know, the whiting, but on the flood we're hoping for a codling. That's the target. But nice to meet you, Jamie. Nice to have a bit of chat with you, mate. Thank you. I'm going to get this one in. Yeah. Well, there was a crab on. I think there might be a small fish on as well, but definitely a crab's just come off that one. Yeah, it was a crab. Strip the hooks. That's fine. That's fine. Right. Let's start getting some bigger baits out now. It's going to flood soon, and I want to be concentrating all my efforts on the flood. Well, chums, today's episode is powered by Crunchy. I am not attached to Rowntree's or whoever it is, Cadbury's, in any way. I just love a Crunchy. That's my snack of today. Well, it's got a bit quiet. The tide's dropped off. We'll soon be on the flood. The crabs have come alive. Oh God. Another double shot from over there. Nothing big. Again, the floating rig doing its job, keeping the crabs off this rig. Getting a little bit bigger. Back. Just need some sizable ones. The bait's still intact as well. Gone back okay. Yeah. And that bait has already been out twice. I think I might be a little bit off camera here, but I'm going to come and show you. I was telling you about the way that I bait up. That bait's been out twice. Still fully intact, bit scrappy, but Been out twice and it's had fish twice. But those pop-ups are definitely keeping the bait off the bottom. On this rod, I'm just putting it out over here, just slightly to the right of us. So, just little flicks, nothing spectacular. 30 yards. There's no great depth there. I'm going to guess probably about 10 foot. Maybe it's not even that. That one's set. Oh, it's quite nice again. Right, we'll see what I can get. Cracking bait on this one, chums. Yep, we're in. We're in. So there could be a decentish whiting. Don't want to call it too early. Could be a little Tommy. The knock was more like a codling bait, but good rattle though. Yep. I do recognise those baits. There we go. Not a monster. Not a monster by any means, but there's a little codling. Could tell straight away by the baits, but they've switched on. As soon as the floods come on, taking the crab on the bottom hook. So we'll get this unhooked and we'll get some more crab baits out. See if there's anything bigger down there. Not a big fish, but it's a codling, and where there's one there's more. So let's see if we can get another one out there. Straight away like a rocket. It's starting to flood now. Crab activity still getting bothered by crabs on the snatching rig. And I've just lost me pop-up rig on a snag, so I will be tying some more of those up. Oh, this looks awfully tangled, doesn't it? Sort that out. Time to switch to a griplet, I think. Well, it's starting to get dusky now, chums, and the bites have ramped up. Tide's turned. Got a little bit of movement, and the fish are coming out to play. The only question is, can we get something sized out before the session's over? I had plenty of fish. I haven't showed you them all, but I've been catching plenty whiting, a couple of small codling. We do want something decent out. I can stay until it's dark if I wanted to. I've got my lamp, I've got my lights, but we'll see. I've only just put the right hand rod out and there's fish on already. It's small like, but we're going to have to. I've got big baits on, so I don't know whether to just leave it, unless I've got two fish on. No, I'm going to get the inside rod in first. I've had baits on this one as well, but we'll get this in. Get the bait changed on this one. Yeah, I've got something on this one, I think. Crab, is it? No, a little whiting on this one. Get this one quickly unhooked and back in. Little snatching rig always works. It's getting them through the lip as well, which is quite nice, just small. I hope it's getting a bit dark for the camera, I think. Right, I'm going to get this sorted out, get it back in. Get this one out. I'm going to put this one a little bit further upriver. $50 yards. See how long it takes for them to locate that. We'll get this without running because that's been going. See, as soon as that pop-up rig's gone, I'm dealing with these little terrors again. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll definitely time myself some more of those up. Get this little bleeder off. Get off. Get off. As you can see, I'm in a bit of a hurry, because I do want to be fishing to my maximum potential here. I mean, the cod are going to want that on there. Come on. Got to be some sizable codling in here. Get some more baits ready. I'll tell you what, it's been quite a frantic session really. I mean, I know they're small fish, but I've been constantly on the go. I'm exhausted. So still getting bites, chums. It's getting darker. Had to put the light on the GoPro there. Nothing of size, unfortunately, but I've enjoyed myself. It's good. It's good to be out. Non-stop action. There's bites all the time, that, albeit they're not sized, but there's fish there, and time will come. I'm very surprised I haven't seen a flounder either. There's been no flounder at all. We'll give it another 30 minutes or so and then we'll call it. But I won't give up trying till the very end, believers. Oh, I've had a few good bites on this left-hand rod now. It's starting to get quite dark now. I've got the light on. Still fish there. There's no tide pull really to speak of. I'm down to my last couple of casts now, so we will be off soon. But oh, don't know if you've seen that behind me back there. That was a bite and a half. Still there. Let's see what it is there. Yeah, he's hooked himself. Got quite a bit of weight there as well. I'm going to say it's a feisty little whiting. Good bites though. Look massive on the braid. No, little Tommy. Smaller than before. It's unbelievable the bites that these fish give, honestly. He's ignored the crab and he's took the lug and squid. Smallest Tommy I've had this year, I think. Whoop. There you go. Telling you, little Tommy, that bite was massive, unless it was something else. Straight away. Job's a good one. Well, my chums, down to one rod now. Had a bit of a braid incident, so I'm going to sort it out when I get in. Nothing sizable. Enjoyable session. Loads of bites, loads of action. I've been busy non-stop. But just nothing, not the target that I wanted, but I'm going to keep trying. Well, we are on the codling. Just unfortunately they're this size. Never mind. So chums, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure being out fishing with you as usual, because I always feel like you're with me. Nothing spectacular, we're getting bites now, but got my last cast in. If anything does transpire, I'll bring you back and let you have a look. But thank you very much for your subscriptions. I do appreciate it. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Hope you come back. And until next time, tight ends.